Hi everyone, Caroline here. What crystals do you use for your life force? You know, with everything that's going on in our personal lives and in the world right now, we need to boost our life force. We need to boost our blood because we need that strength, that energy, that vitality, that aliveness of our spirits to move ahead. We definitely do. I do. I hope you do as well. Because the way things are right now, that life force, that energy, our blood, power is going to be so needed. You know what? Last week, there was a day that I was going through it. You know what I mean? There was like this whole process that really made me appreciate my life force energy. Unfortunately, during that experience, I decided to use a combination of hematite and red garnet, and it worked wonders for my blood force. And my appreciation for the blood and life force energy is really the reason why I really want to talk about these 7 crystals that support the blood, crystals that support your life force, crystals that give you life, because blood is life. Blood is energy and blood is everything. It is one of those crucial substances that supports and enables the proper functioning of our physical bodies. And without blood, just like oxygen, we are finished. You know what I mean? We are done. And I know that we can all imagine how it is when we are low on blood or when our blood is weak. Because in situations like those, we can just feel our life force diminishing and our vitality just dwindling away. And it's not a laughing matter. So if you're a crystal lover and you're experiencing these types of blood-related situations or life force energy matters, I feel you and I know it's tough. And my heart goes out to you and I'm lifting you up for the best, okay? Today, though, I just want you to consider the idea of blood, not from a physical perspective, even though that may apply, but I want you to consider the idea of blood from an energetic perspective, because blood is energy, or blood is life force, and we all need our blood or our life force to be in optimum condition. We need our life force to be strong so that we can be fully functional and filled with vitality and vigor to be able to do our life's work and to also enjoy this life that we now have, you know? We gotta have a vital spark about us. We gotta feel and look alive, you know what I mean? There just has to be a spark. Our souls got a sparkle from within to the without, and our life force energy supports that process. So this is why I'm going to mention these 7 crystals in a quick minute. And by the way, these 7 crystals are common crystals that almost all crystal lovers have. You either have one of them or 2 of them or maybe all of them. And if you happen to have one of the ones that I mentioned or you have them in your collection, please let me know in the comment section which crystal it is and whether or not you feel that it supports your life force or not, okay? And oh, in addition, I'm also going to share with you the differences between these 7 life force crystals or blood crystals. Blood crystals. It kind of sounds morbid. Yeah, I'm going to share with you the differences between these crystals to help you choose or determine which particular crystal you may want to work with for a blood related issue or a life force issue in case that situation arises, okay? And truth be told, I believe these additional details or insights are valuable information for those crystal lovers who are working with crystals consciously and with intent, okay? And please keep in mind that this information is my personal perspective based on my own research and in many ways my personal experiences and my personal work, okay? So here are my top 7 crystals that affect or support the blood or your life force and the differences between them. Most of the crystals that I'm going to be talking about are iron-based crystals. They have iron content in them that affects the blood, and iron supports the formation of red blood cells. So because of that, crystals with iron in them support the blood or support our life force energy in some way. And as a matter of fact, I've made some videos about these crystals and their functions, and I will link to them at the end of the videos, so you can watch those videos if you want to go deeper. Anywho, the first crystal is hematite. The iron in hematite supports your blood. And so this crystal on an energetic level will nourish you. It will invigorate your blood. It will activate your blood or your life force, and it will ground you. It will ground your life force, and you will feel more alive when you're working with hematite because of the increased oxygen that comes in your body as a result of the movement of blood or life force in your body. So if you feel like you need more life force or nourishment in your blood or your energy, hematite is a good stone for that. The second crystal is blood red garnet. This beautiful stone here, this is really one of my favorite crystals. This crystal activates your energy and it also nourishes you. You know, it brings incoming food to your body, incoming nourishment. You know, it doesn't ground like hematite, but it activates your blood energy and your life force. So you're always feeling alive. So a good thing is to have a combination of hematite and red garnet. And I tell you, from my own personal experience, this combination has really been, you know what I mean? Yeah, try it and let me know how you experience it for yourself in terms of your blood or your life force energy. It's always about testing and seeing, okay? So the third crystal is pyrite. Pyrite is a crystal that breaks up stagnant energy in the blood. It breaks up stagnant energy in your life force. I actually made a video on pyrite, which I probably also link to at the end of this video. And in that video, I explained why pyrite is no longer one of my personal crystals to work with for increasing wealth or increasing money or increasing energy, because money or wealth of any kind is energy. And if you are working with pyrite with the intention of increasing your wealth or increasing something, pyrite for me breaks down that experience and scatters it. So if you really don't have any other energy or any other crystal supporting the process of movement through that portal that has been scattered, then in a way you really don't get the end result. But I don't know, everyone's different and everyone is working with their crystals differently. That's just my experience. So anyway, if you feel blocked in your energy or in your life force as pertains to this particular subject matter, pyrite is a crystal that you can use to break down that block and allow movement and fresh energy to come through. Okay? All right. The fourth crystal is lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is an amazing crystal for nourishing energy, and it is so good for purifying the blood. It is great for purifying your life force and for clearing the emotions, and especially anger. Any emotion that is held in the liver. You know, the liver holds the anger that we have. And you know, sometimes when things happen and then you get so angry so suddenly, if that anger is not released, it goes into the liver. And the liver is the detox area for anger. So when you're working with a crystal like lapis lazuli, the crystal clears that energy of anger, which you know can really zap you. If you've ever really been so pissed off or annoyed, you probably can imagine how anger can really wipe you out. You know what I mean? So lapis lazuli is great for that, okay? So that's a good energy for your life force. So even though lapis lazuli is usually used for upper chakra issues, it's also a great crystal for clearing those anger issues so that you can rise. You know what I mean? Rise up. Yeah. Yeah. So that's lapis lazuli. Then the other crystals for your blood are copper-based crystals like malachite and azurite. These copper-based crystals are great for the movement of the blood. They are amazing crystals for increasing the circulation of blood, the circulation of life force. And when you combine iron-based crystals like hematite and malachite, you know, hematite deals with the red blood cells, and in combination with copper, which is found in these malachite crystals, then you have a good combination that really nourishes, invigorates, activates, moves energy, grounds energy. It's a great combination, okay? Malachite and hematite. So copper-based crystals are great for your life force and your blood. And then the final crystal that I'm talking about is bloodstone. Man, just by the name alone, bloodstone, it says everything that you need to know. And when you think about these things energetically or metaphysically, then you can say, you know what, bloodstone, okay, it might be great for my blood. And it sure is. The red in bloodstone crystals, those little red specks in bloodstone crystals are iron and hematite. So that we already know is good for the blood. So bloodstone is one of those crystals that is really good, and it's especially excellent for those who lose a lot of blood or those who have anemia. So crystal lovers, do you use any of these 7 crystals that I have mentioned? Which crystal is it, or are they? And have you found that they support your life force or not? And even if I haven't mentioned the crystal that you work with to support your life force, what is it? Let me know in the comment section. And until next time, let that inner spark within us shine. Let our life force come through. We are strong. We stay strong. Bye.